we are at Watkins, Glen, short course, in the lobby with the Americans. For some reason, Night Prowler pulled over. Jazzy was an A driver, also at the back, so got me into P4 to P3. Very nice of Jazzy to give me a bump draft along here. I'm piloting the Aston Martin, he's in the Veyron. There's the Jason buggers up the chicane there, so does Prowler. So they'll both get penalties, I would think. So Punter's in the Honda. And Jason's looks like he might be in a Ferrari by the sound of it. Couple of wide lines there. So Jazzy's going into the pits early. Punting's got the penalty. So braking early, make sure I don't punch anyone off here. So he's gone wide again. Try to give him as much room as I could. Go on board with punting here now. So he's picked up that extra penalty, he's got a full second here now. Back with Night Prowler, also got a second penalty. So they're coming up to serve those penalties now. Well, that would have been close to morphing back into real life. Well, as much real life you can get in the game. Just rearranging the bodywork there, slows them up a bit. So a little bit of practice I did before this race got me to a Prowler goes out wide again. Best lap I did was a 1:16. And at the time in practice that was the fastest, but as you'll see, some of these lap times these guys start to lay down will be quicker than that. So I don't know whether they were sandbagging me. I certainly don't like that chicane. They love the penalties. So I reckon this car might feature next week pretty strongly, the little Alpha. Oh, they're all out wide here. And so two of them decided to come into the pits. It's an easy one to pick up a penalty too on that pit there. Not immune to getting penalties either. So here's Jazzy, he's put down a 1:12 pretty much. He pitted early, so he's on the chase. It's just a mandatory pit stop, no fuel, no tyres. Yeah, so Prowler across the line, he's copped an extra 3 seconds. So did Jason. Punton just can't seem to get that chicane right there. be interesting to see how the Veyrons feature next week as well. So these guys coming up to serve their penalties here now, which will hurt them in the end, as you'll see. Jesse in the high 112s that time, nearly 113. So we're only 5 laps down out of the 12. Makes a nice pass up the inside there, all pretty clean. Slower lap for him that time, a 116. Still quicker than my current lap. Punching's in the 118s. Prowler's just done a 112.34. Pretty impressive lap. Likewise, Jason's done a 13.8, also pretty good. So I've been using the Aston Martin a little bit. It's a car I'm comfortable with. Don't know that it's going to be the most quickest car, especially with the Hurricanes being used a fair bit. So Jesse just under the 116 there. I'm about a second over, so he's definitely catching me. Another 112 for Night Prowler. Same for Jason, so they're starting to get their eye in, these guys. Obviously I'm not just yet. Mucked up the chicane there, but held on to the apex racing line. So my blinker comes on. It was my intention to go in, but forgot where the pit lane entry was going to be, so I had to continue on. So hopefully Jesse didn't think I was trying to stuff him around. So I eased off, let him through, because he was going to get there anyway. I felt like a bit of a dick having the blinker on when I didn't go in. So I'm bored in my car. In the slipstream I was sort of off the throttle only very slightly. strong there as well. So this time I do come in. That puts me to the back of the field in P5. So I figured these guys were starting to churn out some better lap times, 1:15, 1:17. So they slowed up a bit again, 1:16. I was about 8 seconds off here. So I found it quite bizarre that these guys were knocking out these great lap times and then drifting back into the 16s. So I was starting to wonder whether there was a boost component to this race. So very hard to judge where the quick times really are. So if any of those American guys are watching the video, please let me know if that was the case, if it was a boost race. Lap 10 here. Jesse's in front, Prowler in 2, Punting in 3, Jason in 4, myself in 5th. You would think if Jesse's doing 1:12s, he'd be doing them all day and night. And they've really bunched up here. And I am catching them. So I just did an 11:8 then, the fastest lap so far for the race. And I just can't believe I've picked up 5 seconds. Prowler's really caught up to Jesse here. Jesse was 0.4 quicker on the last lap. So Punting goes into the pits. As you can see, I've really caught up to the pack here now. Come up to 4th. Just went a lap quicker on that lap, 1:11.682. So Jason with his half-second penalty isn't going to do him any favours here either. also got one, goes back. So all of a sudden I find myself in P2. So Jesse's got this one in the bag. So gets home, take the chocolates in P1. P2 to me. 3 to Jason, Prowler for 4 and punting for 5. So you can just see my last lap time was a 1:13, but that may have been because of the lap cards. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Give the video a like and subscribe.